wageni watatu Mheshimiwa Sebastian Kapufi mbunge, ambao ni wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani. Wadau wa maendeleo kutoka Marekani, karibuni sana.
Shalom. Salama. Siyemi Shalom. Greetings to all my Israelite brothers and sisters from around the world. Whether you're of the bloodline of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the house of Israel, or you're a Gentile grafted into the house under the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, I welcome you this morning. And when I say Israelites and Gentiles, I do mean it, just like with Teo. I want to start off here in a very, very serious manner. Because for those that were listening in yesterday to the very end, listen, when the Most High has me put something and throw things down from the heart, there's a reason for it. There's really a reason for it. And it was interesting that, as I'm pouring out my heart, and then, then my flesh deals with me. It's like, oh, Kara, she didn't need to do that. Yeah, she didn't, and then I realized, no, yes, I do. Because that was what the Most High was leading me to say. I get a phone call yesterday regarding my son. And he was going through a period of mourning and grief. Because he found out yesterday, that morning, that one of his friends that he had known since middle school had passed away from suicide. And you know what, family? When I heard that thing hit me so hard. Because I said, man, I was just speaking on that today. And you have no choice but to tear up. Because you start to realize, look, you have much more to live for than what the enemy tries to tell you. I'm going to tell you this. We're in so much time. The times of spiritual darkness is terrible. I don't care what you all think or feel about Gentiles and stuff like this. Listen. You need to understand what it is that they will be doing. And We don't know really the circumstances of everything, but what it sounded as though um, the young man, he was mixed. He was adopted by Gentiles. And he had gone through the breakup. My son went through this about a month or so ago, so I was just kind of fresh over that. And he's like, for him, he just breathed through his nostrils, breathed out with his nose, his mouth. He said, "Well, you want to know what? I'm gonna still keep going because the Most High has something better for me," and he kept it moving. Now, here's the thing: how many of our children receive that message? Because I'm telling you, they're not receiving a very good message right now. Not in this day, not in this age. What they're trying to do, they're trying to lie to themselves about what's happening. They're trying to lie to themselves about how bad things are. Trust me, family, we're in cyber attacks. We're getting cyber attacked every single day, every single hour, every single moment. What does that mean? You don't want to know what happens when you get cyber attacked, especially in today's time frame? That means we're about to go to war, and nobody wants to talk about it. Well, I just want to laugh and giggle and laugh about the calamity. Listen, the calamity is not a joking matter, because here's the thing: you laugh at their calamity, and guess what? You may be subject to the same calamity as them. That is what the word says. I'm warning them. Get your anti-captivity spray. Yeah, their future looks real bleak. Yeah, their future looks real bad. But I don't have a terrible disdain. Oh, no, I don't. Because lest I get judged with them. Because you don't know how your emotions will get you swept up in their judgment. Better check yourself. So I tried to give my son a call this morning, texted his mom to see how he was doing. And I just have to pray for him. I used to always see a lot of the negatives, all this, all that. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I see positives. I see things in positives now. It's very funny. Well, why would you think something's positive that comes about this? Wouldn't it be negative? You see a young man dying, you see this, and it's no, I do. But I see this as a positive because this is a growth opportunity for my son. How are you going to present yourself to the Most High in this time? In the time of your ache, in the time of your sorrow? in the time of your pain? How are you going to present yourself to the Most High? And what is it that the Most High is going to do to use you for your friends? See, I don't like to ask the questions, but I have to ask the questions. I had to say, so his parents were white. Okay. He was mixed. Okay. And then when I spoke to my son last night, he was telling me, he said, yeah, Dad, there was actually more to the story of other things happening in the house. His dad was in the army, retired. See, one thing about the Tampa, there's a lot of retirees here. We boast of a pretty large contingent of military retirees. And the funny thing is, it's really not funny, but it was interesting because I was literally going and still understanding of the calamities of what the Most High, what He had me in. And it wasn't to harm me nor my family, but I had to understand. I'm like, wow, he took me out of that because I was in certain things that I needed to be cleansed of, or else my baggage would have been on my family. And during this time, my family was being cleansed. But you can't cleanse your family until you cleanse yourself, and you can't see yourself until the Most High gets you away from things so you can deal with yourself, so you can start to deal with others. You all know why, when you have a refugee crisis, a migrant crisis, a displaced persons crisis, do you want to know why they put you all and camps and other things? Because everybody has to deal with crisis and grief, and everyone deals with crisis and grief differently, and it's no good. It's actually not safe for the population to just have folks come on in that's still either grieving or has experienced loss of some sort. You become literally a danger to yourself and others. So when people say, "Oh no, we're gonna get into the land and we're just gonna be out and about," and I'm like, I love your enthusiasm, but if I was a government official, I'd be like, "Hold up, you need to sit there and chill for a while, because I don't know what type of disgusting mannerisms you done picked up in Babylon. This isn't fair." Okay, all right, if it's not fair, go back. You can go back to Babylon. It's still burning. Maybe there's a spot that's not burning as much. Now I understood why the Most High had to lead the children of Israel in the wilderness. Because there was a lot of spiritual baggage just in the 200 some years of being in Egypt that had been carried. Even when they knew who they were. That's crazy. Even when they knew who they were, they didn't lose their heritage. It's going to be hard for people to fathom this. Nah, sit down, get some counseling, get some grief counseling, get some emotional counseling. Because as much as we like to, I like to joke on this channel. I like to keep it light and have a good time. But I also understand, listen, there's going to be a time that it's going to be deadly serious. And we don't have that much time. We really don't. The European countries are actually saying they're getting ready to go to war with Russia. France is actually saying, and a couple of their European nations. Why are they saying that they got to go to war with Russia? Because they're losing. They're losing their proxy war, and they're not recruiting. The U.S. isn't recruiting. So there's really no manpower. On top of that, U.S. ships in the Red Sea are getting targeted, and they're getting targeted in a big time manner. See, when you start to have quote unquote internet issues, global internet connectivity through internet cables, understand what that means. When you're cutting off communication channels, that means you're going to war. I don't know what else to tell you. Because why? Because you're not trying to inform folks what's getting ready to happen, how you're staging troops, all that other good pre-war and environmental conditions for preparations of the battlefield. They're trying to recruit. One of my friend's sons was talking about going into the military, and I have to sit down and call him and let him know, this it's going to be kind of a conversation that he's not going to expect from a military retiree. Because again, this military wasn't the military that I had joined back in 2020. Now you see the ideologies, right? Nothing's uncovered. Everything got uncovered. Why do you think there's no black folks joining? Man, if I join, shoot, it's not the enemy I have to worry about. It's the people that supposedly has my back that's going to be shooting me in my back. Nah, you want us to join, you better come up with a pretty hefty reparations bill, quick, fast, and in a hurry. just so we can even consider if it's worth it. It's a different rationale. It's a different mentality. Oh, and guess what? The other nations don't see America like it had been. Do you understand the veil came off? Do you understand that's what we literally had read in Isaiah 24? The veil came off. People are seeing this place for what it is. Get you shipped out to go where? To get caught behind enemy lines? What are you going to negotiate with? Fake dollars? I got fake fiat currency that's going to be destroyed by BRICS. They're already doing that now with their digital system. They had their Bitcoin cook up the other day and then it crashed. Because, yeah, it's a manipulated system. Oh, yeah. All right, call it up and then crash it down. That's how it goes. By law, you can't manipulate, quote unquote, manipulate the stock market by law, but they can manipulate the heck out of Bitcoin. And all these manipulative measures, man, it's like our people still eat it up. I'll still be manipulated because I still see it. I still see it. That's the whole thing. Look, I have to laugh because when you see the leave the world behind, man, as long as they can get you in front of a television, in front of a screen, in front of a peripheral, and just lie and lie and lie and lie and lie to you, then guess what? People will never see reality until they realize that they're cut off. It's such a shame. And we've been saying this. Because why? Man, they're not trying to tell you. To me, here's my thing. Based off of just my personal experience in the military. That's it. Just based off my personal experience. This is going to be a pretty bold prediction. It's going to be pretty bold. I believe we're going to be in a declared war in less than 2 weeks. That'll start in Ukraine and then it will work its way over to Taiwan and North Korea and the Middle East region in less than 2 weeks. I believe it. That's my personal thought. That's my personal opinion. Don't go on out there. Don't start panic buying. Don't start. Oh, Brother Karras said. Oh, Brother Karras said. Oh. Because the funny thing is, the war will be declared, but nobody even know. We're not in a war. We're just kind of in a security operation, and yeah, things kind of got a little hairy, but we're gonna come to the table. Diplomacy. That's what they'll say. diplomacy. Yeah, well, diplomacy's not really working because nobody's coming to the table. So, we have to step up our efforts. We have to step up our efforts. What does that mean? We got to put more troops on the ground. Well, is this a war? No, it's not really a war. It's just an authorized operation, and nothing too big. Don't worry about it. It's just an authorized operation. No big deal. It's just it's a show of force. Just maybe some combat maneuvers, maybe some things. It's the conflict. It's maybe some kinetic operations. Don't worry, they're not getting that out of hand. It's all fine and dandy. They're doing diplomatic efforts behind the scenes. Have we not heard that one before? Because that's what we're going to hear. Mark my words, that's what we're going to hear. It's springtime. I told you, it's springtime. America doesn't fight in the winter. This is now the time America fights. Whether Facebook went down, Instagram went down, to me, you know who holds the keys to those kingdoms? And ain't those other governments. It's our government. Sorry to let that cat out the bag. So what are you doing? Functionality test. There's going to be other things going down pretty soon. Why? Because then you're going to have a run on the banks. So why? You're going to have preventive measures. So we'll probably have some sort of a bank stressor probably either this week or by the end of the week. Because they got to measure how the cash flow is going to mess up. Everybody starts taking out cash, bank starts crashing. That's not going to be good. They're not going to let that happen. So they're going to continue the message. It's a message campaign. No, X actually did went down. It was just that they went and they moved their network traffic to other servers. But it did go down. They just had a good contingency plan. Everything was affected. And why would an X go down? Because I believe that that's going to be the official or the unofficial official channel of communication. This is my thoughts. Brother Karras is trying to scare everybody like Brother Yakoba. Well, I do have to say, look, I did Mid-Journey today for the first time to get my AI artistic skills up and going. And man, I was proud of myself. I said, look at that. Man, go ahead, AI, with your bad self. Look at that thumbnail. It tried to be like the Thunderdome and everything else. So for my first crack of, the getting the algorithm to display something similar functional, it was all right. So, in the spirit of Teo's Mad Max world, shout out to Yakoba. I wanted to come in with cracking the Thunderdome. I'm gonna tell you how awesome the Most High is. Let me tell you. Let's get into these scriptures. Hallelujah, and you'll see for yourself. You'll see this for yourself. Isaiah 29. Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Add ye year to year, let them kill sacrifices. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. We've experienced heaviness and sorrow because the Most High has experienced heaviness and sorrow. And I will camp against thee round about, and I will lay siege against thee with the mount, and I will raise forts against thee, and thou shalt be brought down, and shalt speak out of the ground, and thy speech shall be low out of the dust, and thy voice shall be as of one that hath a familiar spirit out of the ground, and thy speech shall whisper out of the dust. That's been us. We've been brought down. We're the people, 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 we're the people. That's what it sounds like. We're the people. We're brought down to the ground. Maybe some folks are hearing whispers of who we are. Maybe some folks are getting hints of who we are. This is where we're at. Moreover, the multitude of thy strangers shall be like small dust, and the multitude of the terrible one shall be as shaft that passeth away. It shall be at an instant, suddenly. See, everyone that has trampled us underfoot is about to get blown away. Well, figuratively, literatively, prophetically, however you want to say it, this is what the word says. This is Isaiah 29. Here you go, Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of Yahuwah Sabaoth, the Lord of hosts, with thunder and with earthquake and with great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. Tell me, family, what is the flame of devouring fire? They literally celebrated this with the Oppenheimer movie, that they were feeling themselves with the works of their hands. They said, I am a god, I am the destroyer of worlds, all that other nonsense. Their pride and their vanity and their sword was on full display. Yes, it's me, I got it. I am the man. I mean, I am a god man. It's just 13 Emmy nominated awards. I saw that movie. I was like, this thing is stupid. I was like, this thing is stupid. It's so hard being smart. I give it to my flesh and my temptation, 'cause I'm a genius. No, stop. I'm afraid we unleashed something that shouldn't have been unleashed. No, listen, stop. Y'all just have ancient Sumerian documents and you did the same thing that Nebuchadnezzar did. Just stop. Nothing new under the sun. That's even what the word says. Well, I mean, we had to harness the power of nature. And I mean, maybe, just maybe, yeah, we used some of those things. See, a lot of what they don't tell you is a lot of those scientists and things of that nature were of Jesuits. Can't unleash all the knowledge because you've unleashed all the knowledge, then that can't be contained. This thing has been gatekept since the moment we fell in Babylon. Understand how this world works. Nothing is new under the sun. Isaiah 29:7. And the multitude of all nations that fight against Ariel, even all that fight against her and her munition, and that distress her, shall be as a dream of a night vision. It shall be as when an hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Our fight with them was never about a physical fight, it was a fight of lack. You can't fight if you ain't got nothing to fight with. Do y'all understand that we're now the most resource constrained generation ever? Imagine when they say, imagine understanding this. We're more resource constrained than our ancestors that literally left the plantation. How how crazy is that? See, when white supremacists say, "Oh, well, you know what? Y'all were actually doing better on the plantations." Well, yeah. Because why? Because the conditions of the plantation was that they were actually getting paid. There was an economy on in there where you have a closed economy. Okay, cool. No big deal. But now here, because now they lost their chattel conservativeship, if you however you want to call it. Now it's okay. Now we're just going to distress you to the point that you're not going to have anything in your hands. Unreal, but it's the truth. So they're not technically lying, but they don't want to technically tell you the truth either of how they've gone out the way to suppress this generation. What do you think happened with affirmative action? Oh, affirmative action died, and now black professionals in executive and corporate suite level positions, they were fired. They were all fired last year. No affirmative action. See you later. Look, you don't think Pharaoh doesn't know his time is short? No, and Pharaoh knows his time is short. Pharaoh's trying to do everything that can do to hold on to as much resources as Pharaoh can. Yeah, you're not going to take that job because that needs to be in our hands. So then we could try to matriculate it in our communities because when the deal goes down, we're going to close things off. We have natural borders, natural barriers. Crazy thing is, I'm not going to lie to you. Crazy thing is, that literally confirmed every suspicion I had. I was talking to Red yesterday. I was talking to Red yesterday. From where I live and where Red had just moved, I'm about 10 minutes away from him. I asked Red, I said, Red, I know exactly where you're at. And I told him, like, the Publix that's by me is actually closer to you than the Publix that was over by the that was directed to him by Waze and Google Maps. And it was funny because every single Publix that was given to him in those apps were putting them more and more and more in the hood. And I said, I get it now. They're doing digital gentrification. I kid you not. Red looked at that. He said, Karis, it's not even giving me your Publix as an option. I said, yep. I said, they're trying to confine people to the hood. They're doing geographic fencing. Nah, we want to keep you in the hood. I said, dang. I knew it was getting there, but now I'm like, yo, we have a case study. That's crazy. That's a case study. And it was just so unbelievably blatant because if you didn't have anyone that understood the area and knew where you were at, because he moved from the country into the city. And I'm like, yeah, that's the geographic fencing that they're doing. And there's a natural border. There's a little creek that separates the area. And I saw that. I've noticed that I always take a look at boundary lines. I understand boundary lines. I said, that's what they've done. They literally have separated the Hillsborough River and the tributaries of Hillsborough River as natural borders. So when the deal goes down, guess what you have? You have a blockade. They're not getting out of the city. Because do you want to know what Tampa is? Tampa is technically an island. I mean, for real, for real. It's an island with some natural water borders. And then you get into the suburbs and you're off the island in the suburbs. Yeah, you're confined. I'm like, oh man, that is crazy. Because they have different causeways and waterways and everything else. That partitions out Tampa. And it was just interesting to note that as when Red and I were talking, I'm like, yo, the Publix closest to me, my Publix that I shop at, that's closer than anything that they were giving. They were giving them Publix 10 miles away. And I'm like, that Publix is only probably less than 3 miles. It's real. It's real. But what are they doing? Man, they're doing what they've always done. Resource constraints. Isaiah 29:8. It shall be as when a hungry man dreameth, and behold, he eateth, but he awaketh, and his soul is empty. Or as when a thirsty man dreameth, and behold, he drinketh, but he awaketh, and behold, he is faint, and soul his hath, and his soul hath appetite. So shall the multitude of all the nations be that fought against Mount Zion. Why? Because that's how they fought against us. The fight against us has always been a resource fight, resource constraint. I'm going to choke you off from your resources. I'm going to make it that you have nothing and I have everything. This is the fight. You didn't even know what the tactics were. You were just thinking that it was all about explosions and guns and all that other stuff. No, it was literally about cutting you off so you don't have resources, especially in Babylon, where the dollar can be manipulated and getting out of your hands. Simple. How come? Look, you have to understand everything has to be revealed at this time so you understand the full measure. Because why? We can't be ignorant of the enemy's devices. Everything is in full measure. Here we go. Isaiah 29 and 9. Stay yourselves in wonder. Cry ye out and cry. They are drunken, but not with wine. They stagger, but not with drink. Excuse me, not with strong drink. For Yahuwah hath poured upon the spirit of deep sleep and had closed your eyes, the prophets and your roars, the seers hath he covered. Has that not happened with them? Same thing that has happened with us is now happening to them. Oh, well, we're gonna just go through this, and then God is gonna bless us, and when Trump gets back in the office, and we're gonna win, and we're gonna be so sick of winning that we're just gonna be puking out the winning, and then we're gonna eat the winning puke because it's. I'm not gonna just. I'm sorry. I think you understand the descriptives. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be bigly. All I'm saying is we're gonna be so sick of winning. Well, can you get some Lysol and a rag and clean up that winning, please? It's starting to stink. This is what winning sounds like. This is what it smells like. Oh, man. Isaiah 29:11. And the vision of all is become unto you as the words of a book that is sealed, which men deliver to one another, to one that is learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I cannot, for it is sealed. And the book is delivered to him that is not learned, saying, read this, I pray thee. And he said, I am not learned. Do you understand? Listen, they do not even have the ruach to understand what is going on. You better understand their quote unquote Holy Spirit is not the ruach hakodesh of the word. What does that mean? I don't know. Well, I see it. Look, they can't even interpret it. Because why? Because then they'd have to understand the truth and they'd have to accept it. They don't even have the keys to even understand it. Why? Because they want to live in darkness. Isaiah 29:11. Understand it. Look, they can't even see what's happening. I laugh and it's like Trump will be back in office. It'll be bad, especially for our people. Uh, have you seen who's in office right now? Oh my goodness. At least Trump will act like he cares about. At least Trump will act like he needs us, and will even throw money at you too. Me do just something for black folks? Nah, listen. But that it's funny because that's the brainwashing that we have as a people. It really is. It's pretty funny. It's the brainwashing we have. It's been, it's actually been measurably and demonstrably speaking. It, do you realize how bad it has been for black folks since 2020? Do you understand? They said this. I got up early this morning. I kind of watched some Canadian prep. It said, listen, you can't even buy a home anymore. Since 2020, the average home price is so far out of reach, and wages have just been stagnant. They have. Jobs aren't even there. Jobs that you think are going to be, pretty decent, good paying, they're not even there. It's horrible. But that's what it was going to do. Yeah. Will Trump do anything better? Probably not. But their agenda is going forth. And it's funny because, it was, well, don't get them back in office, but let me show you how don't pay attention to how bad things are going to get for you all. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dorsey. Talk about we were just hired help that had to be coerced to get into chains and get packed on ships to come to America and work because we loved America so much we wanted to work for free without getting paid because we love this place so much. Oh my goodness. It's sad. Isaiah 29:13. Wherefore Yahuwah said, for as much as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips, do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me, and their fear toward me is taught by the precept of men. Have you all noticed that with them? They want to claim that they're all holy and they've been holier than thou and everything else. And then we tell them these scriptures, and it's like crickets. They can't understand it. Are you all going to help us? Or are you all going to be a real American hero and join the military? I'm like, hey, yeah. But you want to know what? I think you need to be the example first. So you go ahead and you sign up on the dotted line and you tell us how that goes. Well, no, my forefathers fought for this. Well, guess what? I guess you better do the same as your forefathers, right? Don't want to disappoint your heritage, huh? You got to understand, they used to get us with all the slippery mind tricks and everything else. That's why they're so mad, man. No one is signing up. They already know that the numbers for black folks are terrible. That's remember how bad that was. They knew that the numbers for black folks were so terrible. Remember, less than a month ago, they were trying to say in Black History Month, oh well, we're going to entertain the thought of reparations. What happened to that? 2 weeks later, crickets, 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 crickets. Remember that they had the reparations thing. Oh yeah, we're going to seriously take consider it. And then what did they do? Then you saw all the push for what? Sign up for the military. Did you not see those commercials? They were hitting it hard on BET, especially during the Super Bowl. Black History Month. You saw on every show, they knew the demographic of us. There in that 30-minute block would be a recruiting commercial. Yes, they did. And they tried to couple that with, oh, hey, they're talking about reparations and yeah, and, we're talking about it. I know I'm not the only one that saw that. They thought that they tried to hit us with that two-piece combo, and we were just going to line up and get our General's biscuits, General's fried chicken. You can't stop them. Oh, you keep watching General's fried chicken. Stop dancing to that. Go to your recruiter now and ask for 2 free meals right now. Yeah, you know what? Don't even worry about no monetary bonus. Yo, let me get 2 of them free meal coupons for joining. Know what I mean? Me signing at the recruiter, humming the General's fried chicken. Mm-hmm, mm-mm, mm-hmm, mm-mm. Oh my goodness. You know it's the truth. Stop playing. You know it's the truth. Put your life on this contract for a Popeyes. 3-piece, a side, and a biscuit. You don't even get a drink. Sorry, that's a bit too much now. You know how much these drinks are now? Nah, man. You're gonna have to drink you some water. Isaiah 29:14. Therefore, behold, I will proceed to do a marvelous work among this people, even a marvelous work and a wonder. For the wisdom of their wise men shall perish. Isn't that Obadiah? And the understanding of their prudent men shall be hid. Isn't that Obadiah? Oh my goodness. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from Yahuwah, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us? And who knoweth us? See, that's what them Gentiles be thinking, like the Most High ain't gonna expose. No, he's gonna expose. I don't care how much you want to lie. I don't care how much you want to cover up. It does not matter. The Most High is going to expose. Surely your turning of things upside down should be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall a thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? See, this they're gonna understand who the Most High is. After this, the remnant that makes it, they're gonna understand who the Most High is, and they're gonna be woefully afraid. Is it not yet a very little while, and Lebanon shall be turned into a fruitful field? And the fruitful field shall be esteemed as a forest, and in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity and out of darkness. Why? We're not talking about physical blindness, we're talking about spiritual blindness, spiritual deafness. Now you're going to be able to hear. Now you're going to be able to see. Now you're going to be able to understand. Isaiah 29:19. The meek also shall increase their joy in Yahuwah, and the poor among men shall rejoice in the Holy One of Israel. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. Oh, I told you America's in trouble. Told you this place is in trouble. Here it is. That make a man an offender for a word. Oh, that make a man an offender for a word. Oh, do we see that now? They only have a little while. I don't like what you're saying. You're giving me offense. I'm offended for telling the truth. I'm offended for telling me the truth. I like my lies. You better make sure that you enunciate my pronouns correctly. I'm offended because you didn't list my orientations of other things. That now there's an infinite amount instead of just two. Let me read this. Let me read this to you all. You understand this. Isaiah 29:20. For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. For correcting. They want to ensnare somebody for correcting, for telling the truth, for giving correction. That's when you know that destruction is imminent. I told y'all, I said we don't have much time. It's coming. And turn aside the just for a thing of naught. And turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Nope. Reparations? Reparations? Do anything for black folks? Now? I told you, they had to expose all themselves before judgment. And now judgment time is here. Now the Thunderdome is about to get cracked. Therefore saith Yahuwah, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob, Jacob shall not be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name, and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear Yahuwah of Israel. They also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. You gonna learn. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn. Most High said, I ain't raised no fool. You gonna learn today. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Psalms 144, blessed be Yahuwah my strength, which teacheth my hands to war and my fingers to fight. My goodness and my fortress, my high tower and my deliverer, my shield, and he in whom I trust. Who subdueth my people under me? Yahuwah, what is man that they takest knowledge of him? Or the Son of Man that thou makest account of him? Man is like to vanity. His days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Yahuwah, and come down. Touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning, and scatter them. Shoot out thine arrows, and destroy them. Send thine hand from above. Rid me, and deliver me out of great waters, from the hand of strange children. Oh, man, I'm telling you, Psalms 144, 144 and 6. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Oh my goodness. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. They're leaning on their lies. They're covering themselves with their lies. Did we not just read this? Hallelujah. Is this not coming to pass? I will sing a new song unto thee, O Yahuwah. Upon a psaltery and an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises unto thee. It is he that giveth salvation unto kings, who delivereth David his servant from the hurtful sword. Rid me and deliver me from the hand of strange children, whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Man, I'm telling you, I'm getting that shiver down my spine. Oh, as Mike would say, I'm getting that shiver down my back. Listen, when you see the word and you see how this word is going, you just can't help it. You see the Most High moving. Look at this. Hallelujah. Psalms 144:12, that our sons may be as plants grown up in their youth, that our daughters may be as cornerstones, polished after the similitude of a palace, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store. Why? So we can be blessed with the resources. That is what the Most High is saying. We're going to be blessed with the resources. You got to understand what's their fight. How do they fight against us? What's their munitions against us? Policy to do what? To destroy us by doing what? By taking away things from us, to take away the resources. Not today, Satan. Not today, because see, here's the thing: we bind them up in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, and we loose forth our blessings in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. That the generational curse that they thought they had over us is now broken. Their falsehoods that they believed in is now put to shame in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. That what they thought they cursed on us is cursed back to them 100-fold. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. See, everything I declare on his word. because this is what the Most High has said, and I'm leaning and I'm trusting on His word. Hallelujah. Psalms 144:13, that our garners may be full, affording all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth thousands and tens of thousands in our streets, that our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in nor going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Happy is that people that is in such a case. Yea, happy is that people whose Elohim is Yahuwah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. All right. I'm going to put this link on out there. And as I do, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. As I do, as I put this link out there. Give me a second. Give me a second, fam. Understand what you're walking into. Fair use.
A warrior auntie lost everything, looking for a deal.
But he's just a raggedy man. Today is necessary to kill a man.
What are you paying?
Nichols, fuel if you want.
Who's the bunny?
Who run Bartertown?
Master Blaster runs Bartertown.
Okay.
Who's coming up to for the Master Blaster? I have to laugh. Because honestly, I see that coming. Brother Rojo, what is going on? Disclaimer, Brother Rojo does not opinions do not reflect that of Covenant Awakenings. Algorithm, please understand his opinions and his candy bars and his uses.
Today it's going to be the usual suspects, I imagine. I suppose. Where's Garth? I saw you in the chat. Come on up. You know you want to. Come on, bro.
Hey, look here, I'm gonna tell you, man. YouTube is petty as hell. Well, I haven't even been on any stream yours, or not on YouTube in like 2 or 3 weeks. Why am I getting all these warnings about language and content?
Because algorithm is mad with you. That's why, Rojo. You've been saying a whole bunch.
Yeah,
remember, they've all joined forces.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. Look, every time I get you on YouTube, I literally get an email. I get an email. It says, "Make sure Brother Rojo." Oh my goodness!
You got Karis lost for words.
Yeah,
Not even Karis knows what to say.
The algorithm complains about you to me. We don't condone the use of candy bars and Skittles and PQs, the pet dispensers.
Well, see, I would change that verbiage to snow cones, but then I don't want nobody thinking that I'm talking about putting mountains up my nose like Tony Montana back in the 80s, you know, with Scarface.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's gonna be one of those days, Karis.
Yeah, it is.
You know what? At this point, I don't blame Rojo. Family, let's not blame Rojo. I blame Karis. Karis knows. He walks into it with both eyes open. So, you know, it is what it is. Karis is a glutton for punishment.
I am. And with that, I actually want to present this real quick. I want to present this. Oh boy. Here we go.
States have seceded. The United States Army ramps up activity. The White House issued warnings to the Western
Fair
forces
use.
as well as the Florida Alliance.
President assured the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you need to try anything else.
Is aware there's like a very huge civil war going on all across America.
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens? We're moving to D.C. today.
You need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Flooded.
Every time I survived the war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this.
See, every time I'm anticipating that like a kid who don't know no better is anticipating Christmas. I am waiting anxiously for that movie to come out.
It comes out April 12th. I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna go see it. Oh man. I'm up in that movie theater. I'm sorry. I'm up in 2 buckets of popcorn. Have my drink. Yeah, I'm up in that one.
And remember, you're in Florida, so you can have your Jiffy Pop with you too, just in case.
Just in case things. You know what the saddest thing is? You know what the saddest thing is? Actually, it was like 10 years ago. I was actually at the movie with my ex-wife at that time because we had taken off on the same day to hang out. My youngest sons, and the person had worked with my ex-wife at the same place, and it's a campus, and so on the campus was a little preschool that was there that I had to pick up my son from, and that day we picked up my son, and there was some like commotion and stuff going on. One of the girls that was in this class, their dad had gotten shot in the movie theater.
Oh.
We went like two in the area. We went to the one like in Tampa that was really right down the street to see a movie. And then like we were just shocked because my ex-wife, worked with that person. And that person happened to be a Navy veteran. And he was throwing popcorn at an old man, and the old man was a former sheriff's deputy. And I don't even think they went to trial yet. It's been over 10 years, man. They slow walked that trial. That dude is never going to trial.
Oh, wee.
Popcorn at him. That dude draws his gun, put 2 shots in the chest.
Was it a brother that was doing the antagonizing?
No, they were white. These are white folks.
Okay.
Look, come on, man. Did you really have to ask
they
that?
choose violence on everything.
I didn't even look. The fact that Carrie said 10 years. Did you really have to ask that? Really?
Nah, he ain't going to trial. He ain't going to trial. And they'll bring it up every so often here in Tampa news. Oh yeah, and they want justice, and it's like, man, this dude was a retired deputy. They're trying to go against, stand your ground and all this other stuff. And yeah.
What county are you? What county are y'all in? Broward?
No, I'm in Hillsborough.
Oh, that's it. That's even worse.
It was white on white crime.
Yeah.
Keep it real. It is what it is. It's white on white.
Hey, Chantel.
We said it.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna ask Chantel if they shut down the Thames yet, or Tom's, or how you say that name out there. That river.
Thames, my dear boy. Thames.
10 River.
I know. Do you know what? It's very complicated when you look at it. You want to pronounce it. I don't, because I grew up with it. It's not, but for anybody outside who doesn't know how to pronounce it, you would look at it and you would say Thames. It's not Thames, it's the River Thames. That's how it's pronounced. It's like you would pronounce the H as in M's instead of th. Okay, does that make any sense?
So it's Tim's, like Tim.
So you know how you would spell fat with a PH?
Yeah.
Think of it like that. Thames. Thames. Instead of Thames.
Yeah, they used to actually pronounce like Timothy. It would be like Timothy.
Yeah.
But see, y'all about to go thirsty out there. I don't know where y'all gonna get y'all water from, unless y'all gonna like Kevin Costner in Waterworld and start filtering your yellow stuff. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Let's get this thing back on track. Let's get this thing back on track, because Rojo will get me spiked up, and I won't even be able to talk about what I'm going to talk about. Then they're going to be like, "Brother Karras, why you got Rojo up on in there? Every time Rojo comes, it's chaos. I can't. I can't."
This will be the everyone hates Rojo show, but everyone really loves Rojo. Everyone, it's Rojo's like everybody. He comes on and everybody's like, and then he speaks, so it's like, oh.
So think about this. Think about that Civil War movie, right? Think about how people will be reacting to just chaos, and I have to truly say, because now understand when that Civil War movie came out in December, right? Or the trailer actually came out in December, right? Then you had Leave the World Behind.
Mm-hmm.
And now, this is for Sister Chantel. Sister Chantel, can you explain to me? They had and this was on JWTV. They had the horse procession of like the King's horse or the King's Guard the other day, and their blues or their coats on horseback with the two black horses and the white horse. Did you hear anything about that?
Gosh, no, I didn't. Look, do you know what? I shut down most of my television where I just don't even watch it half the time. I didn't even hear about it until you just mentioned.
This wasn't actually televised. This was not televised. This is actually
what happened?
This was caught on JWTV. This is
No,
on
I didn't hear
JWTV.
it.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, because I'm like, what are they doing? Because here's the thing. The Brits always signal everything. They always signal. It's like, I'm James Bond, but I want you to know I'm James Bond. But it's a secret. I'm James Bond, but you want to know I'm James. It's. I don't know if that's like their culture.
Not stirred.
You know what I'm saying, though? Isn't that's like their culture? Like, for real, that's their culture. And it's like, wait. Just okay, calm down. So when I had seen this, this actually came on out when I saw this a couple of days ago at JWTV. Excuse me. You have then the Russians admitting, and it was actually not just the Russians, but it was the Germans that basically outed the Britons, because the Russians had outed the Germans, and they said, oh, it's actually the Brits that are there in Ukraine.
So everybody's just pointing fingers.
Mm-hmm. And now you have Macron. Look, they're going to war. If everybody's caught, listen, look, I can't point the finger at you because you're gonna point the finger at me. Look, all right, whatever. Man, let's do this.
Hey, they already shooting at they already oops, sorry. They're already banging at British ships. And then I said anything about that. They
No,
tried
they've been doing that for a little while actually now.
here's what make it so bad. They aimed at a British ship and took out an American ship.
Said everybody's getting it. Look, when it comes to Red Sea, man, the Houthis, the Houthis have no chill. I told you the Houthis have no chill. Listen, everybody's getting it, man.
Even I think didn't a Russian ship get it as well at one point?
Yeah, that was friendly
It's
fire.
like, it was like, oh my bad, I'm sorry.
That was friendly fire. The Houthis did actually come out and apologize. Like,
what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. We didn't mean that. We cool, yeah. Don't send that sub at me.
They said the Houthi said we were aiming for the Royal Navy, but we hit your cargo ship. We'll take it. Wrap it up. We'll take it.
Listen. When you just up there spraying with your AK, look. You either duck or you just gonna get hit by friendly fire.
There is no ducking. You just go behind something else. It won't penetrate. You can't duck that.
Hey, Karis, if you couldn't get no copyright thing, I would say you should make your next theme song. Karis 1, duck down.
Man, listen. The next thing is going to be aliens. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be look. That's what Houthis be playing me and you, your brother, your mother, and your cousin too. Ducking these rocket missiles on Karis.
A better one is throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care, and they aim the AK at the United States, and you go late over there.
Listen, man, that's what that's what people are trying to say. Like, look, just because they're saying that they're not going to target your shit, that don't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you go down, you know a drive-by's coming, you know a hit's coming. Man, they ain't worried about me. You know what I'm saying? And then you get caught. Why'd you shoot me?
Hey, Karen, listen to Key T act the fool, and at the end of that song where he goes, you know what? I ain't scared. Shoot me, mother. And you hear the he goes, oh, gotcha. The dude says, oh damn.
He actually shot me. Look, it's like, Slick. What was it? Slick shot the good toe, You ain't gonna shoot me? Go ahead, try it.
Oh, that ninja shot me in the toe.
Oh my goodness. That's what these folks are looking like, yo, Houthis don't care. They're like, all right, man, you look white, you sound white, you just gonna get it. But I am a Frenchman. But I am a German. What does that mean?
They don't mean anything, man. They don't mean anything. You're all colonizers.
Yeah.
You're all colonizers at the end of the day. And you all pretty much got the same flag. When you really check it, you've all got the red, the white, and the blue in it. You've all got an eagle somewhere. So
he can say these Jiffy Pops, they're racist. They don't like white people.
Man,
they don't.
They don't. They're like, hey, you better try to find a Commonwealth. You better try to sell that thing out of Kenya. We already know what your sellout countries are looking like. Kenya doesn't straighten up. They're gonna get it too.
Exactly.
Everybody getting it.
So this is what they'll tell you. I live for this. I live for this. I have waited for this. They've been waiting their whole life for this moment.
I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this. I just want y'all to just kind of take a look and just comment. because I want you to kind of look at what I was looking at today. And I don't know, something about this was real interesting, like real interesting, like let me go ahead. Oh man.
Karis has got the giggles, man.
It's been good, man. I was able to get this thing looking all pretty decent. You know,
You talking about your thumbnail? I haven't even seen it.
yeah, man. I was like, man, because I use like Teo's thing, Mid Journey, because Red was like, I don't think they used your little thing, because my little thing looked all sorts of cheaped up and squirrely.
Hey, let me give you advice on that though. Whenever you do it, try to size it either horizontally or vertically so they can't hit you. Because I did some not what you did right there, but on something else on a Boondocks thing, and they knocked me out for like 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That was like years ago.
Are you sure it's just the Boondocks thing, or Rojo? Are you sure it was just what came out your mouth that got you? I think Rojo, I'm gonna have to have a deep down analysis of
hey, look, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all honestly. When I start doing my get my permissions back to do my lives on here before they kick me off, and y'all come on, language is no barrier. If I get kicked off that day, I'm good.
Rojo, just repeat what you just said. Just repeat what you just said. You said you're gonna get your permissions to do your live, and then you're gonna get kicked off. You already know that you're gonna get kicked off. You said, all I need is one shot. I'm gonna take it to him like some Houthis.
Oh, big time. I'm not gonna hold back. Shoot, TikTok think I'm bad. Wait till I get back on here and I have a screen like yours and I have y'all in there. No, nothing is off limits. Shoot, let's go ahead and get it going. Kick me off.
Don't do that with me. Don't play with my emotions, because if I come on, I'm coming on hot.
Let me show you all this. I share my screen. Just listen to just the first couple of minutes of this, or you can read it. You can, it's not translated into English. You're gonna have to read it, but just take it in. There you go.
نفذت القوات المسلحة اليمنية بعون الله تعالى عملية عسكرية نوعية استهدفت من خلالها مدمرتين حربيتين أمريكيتين في البحر الأحمر، وذلك من خلال قواتنا البحرية والقوة الصاروخية وسلاح الجو المسير. وقد تم تنفيذ العملية بعدد من الصواريخ البحرية والطائرات المسيرة.
I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
In his voice. Yeah, you don't want that translation. You don't beat your behind. Yeah, try it.
I have seen this dude speak before, and I'm like, oh, speak your word, bro. Like, he just stands there expressionless and he projects. He says it with his whole chest. This man must have gone to acting school or something. He had some lessons in voice projection, because he is unmoved. I've never seen anything like that. His face is unwavered, and he literally the levels that comes out of his we're very animated. So even as I'm speaking now, my hands are waving all over the place, and we're very we show our expressions when we're talking. This man,
wow. Did you hear how he was hacking? And the harder they hack, the more profane they are. So he was dropping a lot of F-bombs. He was at the
yeah. He sounded like he was rapping and singing. Exactly. Oh, brother man was just hitting that mic hard. That mic had most of the I guarantee you, all the fluff on that side of the mic has gone.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. You don't need to even have no type of translation to know he going hard at somebody.
Yeah, man.
No translation even needed. We could just tell, like, yo, somebody's about to get their butt whooped. They don't even care.
Karis, he was going so hard with the hacking, he sounded like he took a hit of a spliff and it went straight to the head. all that was missing was a coffin.
This brother don't play. He's telling you, look, you don't have to speak Arabic to know he's saying what he's saying. You can feel it in the spirit. I felt the first time I heard him, I was like, wow, he's standing up at full attention and he's not even moving. And I don't even, when somebody's screaming and you see the it's almost like the vocal cords are just bouncing. I didn't see none of that. I don't even know what that is, man, but wow, to stand like that with your face straight and firm. Like, did you learn that in military?
He said, I'm going to say it with my whole chest.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it with my whole chest. My man was on out there. He said, oh, we wilding out here.
He said, wilding out. He said they're going to be on a Central Park 5.
Oh my goodness!
I'm not even trying to mock this brother because he means too much business. I ain't trying to come for me.
No, he came through. He's coming through hard. I'm not mocking him. Listen, look, that Arabic was hitting hard. He was coming through like young Jeezy.
I'm just saying, I believe him. I believe every word he says. He's very impressionable. He speaks and you believe him. I believe him. Whatever you say, I believe him.
Hey, kind of young Jeezy. Got the Arabic on the easy. Let's get it. If you're on the Red Sea looking at the block and the ship can't
Do you know who he sounds like? I'm not even going to lie. When you watch those old martial arts films, that's what he sounds like.
Oh, man.
You know, I ain't lying. Where especially the Japanese, they shout a lot. It's like, bro, take it down. What are you shouting for?
He goes, damn you, let's move some more. I'm going to get you. And then he says, he wants to keep it clean. So he says, I'm going to get you, sucker. You better watch me. This is New Jack City.
Watch his face. He don't blink. Yeah,
yes, I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. He don't blink. And I'm not even, like I said, I've seen this brother talk before and I watched it several times to even see if he blinks. I'm like, bro, you ain't blinking. Your eyes ain't dried yet.
Bro, Chris, you got to play that one more time. I'm with Vivian.
I'm doing it. I got to.
Remember, these people, they know how to brace a sandstorm. So, yeah, this is not a man.
نفذت القوات المسلحة اليمنية بعون الله تعالى عملية عسكرية نوعية استهدفت من خلالها مدمرتين حربيتين أمريكيتين في البحر الأحمر وذلك من خلال قواتنا البحرية والقوة الصاروخية وسلاح الجو المسير وقد تم تنفيذ العملية بعدد من الصواريخ.
Yo, that's 26 seconds. And my
he didn't blink. He didn't blink. He didn't blink because I didn't blink because I didn't want to miss it. And my eyes are tearing up now. He did not blink. I swear down, he didn't blink. He did not blink. How you can shout from the rooftop like that and not blink?
Chantel, if he was standing in front of either one of us three right now on this panel, and we were on his deletion list, we would not see it coming.
He's like, I'm waiting for that first blink. Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't. Is he wearing glasses? He's wearing glasses, isn't he?
Oh yeah. I'm like, dang.
No, man, he didn't blink.
Hard. Even with glasses, hands going hard. Oh my goodness.
He didn't foul. He didn't slobber. He didn't.
I'm scared. You know what? For the first time ever, I'm actually scared for Babylon because if
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't deal with
We
that
got something for you. Do we have a problem? They're gonna be
problem,
coming through.
exactly. They're gonna stare you down in your face and they will stare at you for 5 minutes straight and not blink once.
Yeah,
Not
he said,
blink.
look, you see me? He said, I got 500,000 Houthis just like me. 500,000. Those are killers, dog.
He got that
I'm
button,
getting hot.
like you said, Ken, he got that button, waving it like ashtray on Don't Be a Menace. Do we have a problem?
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one you got to worry about. I would say worry more about him than Putin. I'm just saying.
Now, do you see why the Saudis joined BRICS? Do you see why Egypt joined BRICS? Excuse me. You see why Ethiopia joined BRICS? You see
They
why
don't want that.
why UAE joined BRICS? They said they listen. They gave him that. What was the brother again from Boondocks? The one episode I just saw that in there. Oh, y'all know what I'm talking about. The prison scene when Tom was in prison on Boondocks.
Oh, I haven't. Do you know? I remember. I remember he didn't want to go to prison, and he ended up in prison.
Yeah.
Listen. That's Booty Warrior right there. That's the Arab version of Booty Warrior. Boy, he's telling the choice is up to you. You're about to do this thing.
The rest of the so-called Middle East, they're scared. They have to be. Of course, they joined.
Yeah, look, Iran told him. He said, Iran said, look, you don't have to worry about me, my man. We got some Houthis around the way. I think you know who we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then they see this. Then they see this. Yo, those Saudis are like, nah, we ain't trying to mess with that. we learned our lesson. We ain't trying to mess with that. Do you see any Saudis, any Emiratis, any of them over there in Yemen? No.
Not anymore. Listen, whatever beef they had, I can guarantee you the Saudis are squashing that because it's like, okay, they mean business. We can't be messing with them now.
Yeah,
they showed them.
It's all good. Look, they said it's all good. They literally pulled out their family tree and be like, look, this is where the tension's at. We just need family healing. We good. We
Exactly. That beef they had, forget it. Forget about it. It's over.
God, I gotta correct you with love, bro. What you need to do is write that like this. We could do this the Diddy way or the Drake way.
That's neither of them.
We can do it the hard way, or we can do it the easy way. It's up to you.
If it's between Diddy and hard, I'll take the hard way. Thank you. No, none of them.
What would be the fun in that, sis?
I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I'm telling you, I'm not here for the fun. I just no. I'm with him. I'm with him. I'm with him. I stand with him.
Now think about this. Now you actually have to think about this. You all understand they're not even using their best weapons. They're not using their best weapons.
This has never been done. Do you realize that in the history of warfare, you have never had what's it? Ships being obliterated like this in the history of warfare. It's never happened. It's never been done.
No,
method, using a cheap method. It's never been done. Not like this.
Well, now they're doing what? They're being deprived of goods, right? They're being deprived of goods. You understand? Look, when we're seeing Isaiah 29 up in here, this is now, okay, everything is coming to the table. Everything is coming to the table. You can't make this up. Houthi Tang. What a time. What a time. He said, let me get my belt out. Let me get my belt out.
Today, man. Today.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I tweet that with my TikTok videos. I'm telling you, you better help me get a trademark on that. In fact, that's going to be the title of one of my TikTok videos. Houthi tank.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
And I just screenshotted this because I'm gonna use his face from the neck up as the thumbnail.
Yeah, he
But
wasn't.
then I just
Listen, he
keep looking
wasn't
at that bird though. See, the thing is, is that although they're all fighting, because this is nothing. This is where we just stay out, because this is just like of old with the whole thing with in the book of Jasher with Egypt coming in when you had the family, the siblings all fighting and everything, and then they started getting beat up and everything. This is a family thing. If you notice, they all have that sickly little bird, that eagle. They're all the same. It's just different mixes in there, but they all that bloodline comes all the way through, and they'll show you who they are. It's always that sigil, that bird, that eagle. So as we're literally seeing,
don't get it twisted.
Jehoshaphat.
Don't get it twisted. You had the Arab slave trade, the trans-Saharan slave trade. Do not get it twisted. Oh, they got our folks on up there. They got our folks up there in Saudi Arabia. They got our folks up there in Qatar. They got our folks up there in UAE. They got our folks all up there in all them places. Yes, they do. And they'll just call them. They'll say, look, they're the Abidi, right? They don't. They're ashamed to admit. They didn't want to admit that to me. That look, that they were slaves. They were slaves up until 1932.
Oh, you say that like as if they're still not doing it.
Oh, they're still doing it. No, they still have different practices. They know. They know.
Heck,
but
we just saw them trying to take gold out of Africa and it failed. So
Hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. If I get involved, y'all can use the pew pews and everything. I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna chase it with. I'm gonna chase it with some soap and water and a bathing brush. Shoot, they'll be running so fast they'll jump in a shark's mouth to get away from me. They're so scared of.
Well, now you have to understand, what are they trying to do? Look, if you know you did wrong, then what are you going to try and do? Well, you want to know what? I'm going to try and fight. I'm going to have the moral what? I'm going to have the moral high ground. What do you think BRICS is for? BRICS is to literally say that they're going to try to have the moral high ground against what? Against those that oppose the Most High's people. And then guess what they're going to do? Just like what they all do. I'm throwing the folks that are going to lose, because that's biblical. They already know the word. And I'm going to throw them under the bus and say, hey, they made me do it. Please forgive us. They made us do it. But see what we done did.
Let's not forget they're going to be back in about 800 to 1,000 years, all of them, to try and take. Why? Because like you was just saying, and like I said before, and I left a comment. This has always been about resources from day dot. It's about resources. This church just turned it into this. Oh man, spirit of the whatever. They just turned it into some dry nonsense, but it has always and will always be about resources from way back when it was Cain. Why? Cain got his little fur, knickers in a bunch because he's not what my lemons is not good enough. You got to sacrifice a lamb. No, you can't sacrifice a lemon. You missed the whole understanding, But Cain was mad because Cain wanted his resources to be just as good. Well, what about me? And it's the same kind of attitude of mine, me, what I say. Can't I just do it my way? Look how many songs that they've had. Look how many songs that have been that have had that carry that title, My Way. I do it my way. It's the spirit of Esau, which really is the spirit of Cain, which really is the spirit of Satan. Do it your way.
Do as thou wilt.
What's it? Burger King. Have it your way.
You know what I saw on a couple of nights ago? I saw on TikTok the other night. and it blew my mind. This sister, I shouldn't say that, but then again, I guess by her own words, she is our sister. But I don't want to say admitted, but confessed to being Esau. Like, and I even asked her, I said, you know what? Do you know who Esau is, right? She said, I know. And Jacob cheated him out of his birthright. So I had to break the whole thing down. I said, no, he did not. I said, Esau offered his birthright for some food. And because he went out hunting and he was faint. So she said, Esau was an excellent hunter. How are you going to go? So I had to break it down to her how he ambushed Nimrod, killed him. Ooh, you would unalived him, and then he unalived a couple of his men, and then they alerted the other army. So Esau had to literally take a long way, through the cities and everything, hiding out to get back home. So he thought he was going to die. He thought he was going to be tracked down and unalive. So that's why he said, "Well, what good is my birthright?" I explained that to her. She was like, "No, there you go again. The price of the birthright wasn't worth a bowl of soup and everything." Well, no, by your words you're condemned. By your words you're justified. I said, but you know what? That's you. If you want to be Esau, talking about she's a royal bloodline of the Native American tribe with the
That's when you just drop that like a stone. Though, Rojo.
All sorts of confused.
Rojo, it's deeper than that because, like, really and truly, even though, back in those days, it was your word meant something and it was a contract. Esau entered into a contract. He literally said, okay, I'm going to do this, that. You didn't have to do that. You weren't dying, bro. You weren't dying. He went on. He was just some dramatized little, having a hissy fit as they do. So instead of just being real and just going and getting his own food, but then he just didn't want to do anything. He was just tired probably and like, okay, I don't want to do anything. He's cooking. Let me just eat that. You didn't even think about that. You just dismissed it. He didn't have no love or care for his inheritance anyway. On top of which, this is another reason why Jacob decided to make sure that after everything, he made sure that he wrote down everything in a contract. If you remember in the book of Joshua where it talks about how when he died and the sons went to bury him and they went to get there was some sort of squabble about the land and the burial place, but it belonged to Jacob and he had the proof to show that it was his. Why? Because he wrote it down and he learned from okay, when dealing with these people, and that's how we have to know, when dealing with certain people, you have to know, you got to make sure that you've got things ironclad written down. Just one of the reasons why the Most High wrote his laws.
Yeah, exactly. And remember, why was it written down? The cave of Machpelah, right? Because why? Because Abraham had to do what? Get that contract, because Abraham knew what he was doing with. And so did Isaac. And Isaac knew what he was doing with, and so did Jacob. It was Esau that didn't want to receive correction and instruction, and guess who he did? He married into those people, and then he picked up those ways, and his seed became what? Spoiled. Not just the physical seed, but the seed of the understanding of what you pass on to your generations. So you're passing on that particular understanding and that knowledge of how you're dealing with things and dealing with people. So when you're dealing with things wickedly, you're going to pass that down until you are dealt with. That's how it goes. Remember, Esau's seed did have a protection of sorts until we come out of this captivity. They know what happens. They know when the gloves come off. They're scared. They know Obadiah. They know Joel. They know these scriptures.
Well, that's the book I turned her on to. I said she needs to read Obadiah, and then somebody tried to say spiritual something, and I say, look, let me tell you something. Our Elohim is one of balance. If there is no spiritual Israel, there's no spiritual Edom. If she says she obviously sounds like she knows her history. So she said that she goes back to Genghis Khan. That and then she got mad at that, you know. But I'm like, you know what? I could cuss you out.
Leave her.
I,
Leave her where she is.
no, I
Wait,
could.
wait, Rojo, what did we just read? What did we just read in Isaiah 29? Right, Isaiah 29.
Yeah.
It literally spelled this on out because why? Because at the very last moments of a kingdom collapsing, right? Well, you have your mouthpieces for your kingdom. That's just how it goes. So the mouthpieces for this kingdom that's collapsing, they're now being paraded on out. Hey, let's try to continue to have some more spirit of error and everything else because their kingdom is collapsing. The word literally just said their kingdom is collapsing. So now, as we see their kingdom literally going down the drain, now you're going to start seeing people, try to cap, right? They're trying to put a front, put up airs, everything, whatever, however, you want to use whatever colloquial term to define it. But look, the lies are going to start coming on out because that's what they live by. So when people get defeated, guess what happens? People want to know, well, why'd you get defeated? Simple. Why did you get defeated? I thought that you had it like that. Because why?
What
Then
happened?
people get mocked. They get mocked. Hey, I thought that you're the people. Why'd you get defeated? I thought that you're a spiritual Israelites. Why'd you get defeated? I thought that you're a converts. Why'd you get defeated?
They're doing that now. You know, when you watch these videos, that some of these sisters on the continent are dropping, yeah, and most of them they're usually titled, PC or YT man or YT woman getting mad because they feel black people have done this, that, and the other to them. And that's the thing. This is them looking for Jacob's, looking to blame us. They're looking for our guilt, but there's none to be found because at the end of the day, whichever way you want to look at it, every time you try to drag us, we just need to be like, okay, well, no, let's show you what really happened. All we need to do is just show them who they are. This is why they demonize certain things. They demonize their own history. Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, how many of us remember on YouTube when we were, this is before the awakening, when we were still, most of us still asleep here. But you had these people on here talking about, ha ha ha, we conquered you. Oh, we took you from your mud hut places and did this, we did this and we did that. They were full of pride. They were proud of that. And now all of a sudden you all are shamefaced and you're trying to run and hide and you don't want people to know what you really did.
Yep.
Where's that same pride? Where's that same pride? Stand by it. You've been standing by it. You've been throwing it on in our faces all this time. Why are you shamefaced now?
Oh, because there's a consequence to it. Yeah, because they know that they're losing out. Shout out to Sister Judy. I was talking to her this morning, Cam 2 player. She had actually sent me. I'm trying to figure out how to get this on over.
Now, shout out to. Go ahead.
So she sent me it's a video. I'll try to play it, or maybe somebody will have it in the chat. She shared with me that the Niger crashes French bank as he just decided to separate and dumps the CFA, I think, which is their basically their colonial franc.
Good.
So that West African or the ECOWAS, right? Frank, Niger just went through and separated itself.
Hallelujah, because what's the sense in having it when France has got most of your money in their banks and you have to pay them just to get your money out? That's crazy. And you're paying them in gold and whatever they want. First dibs.
But think about this. If their bank, but because Niger crashed their bank, now you have to understand the piggy bank is no longer accessible. So think about now with Burkina Faso and Mali and potentially other nations. Okay, well, you want to know what? I can't say that they're all that bad because let me tell you, they're making money. They have their resources. They're getting their resources back. Look, Jacob's face isn't waxing pale anymore. You see what I'm saying? Now you understand there's a resource return that's happening. Think about what now they're not able to do. That is a constraint to their budgets. I don't care what you're going to call it.
They can't even flex their muscles anymore in Africa. And if they can't do that, then you know something? ECOWAS has no power.
Bingo.
Well, did you see
if
that?
ECOWAS has no power, then you're useless. And you will be, what's his name? Is it Tinubu or whatever? Oh, he really does look like a frog though. But anyway, I'm not trying to be that disrespectful, but they have no power. This is what he was afraid of. He's scared. Every day, this man is terrified that he's going to go for a coup. Every day. He's terrified. That they're going to kick him off.
Is that Niger? Is that Niger?
No. This is Nigeria. The one that sits over at the head of ECOWAS.
Oh yeah, yeah. He does. And I know he's threatened. He is threatened right now because, Roger, I don't know if you want to show your face, but
I don't want to be looking up. I can see right up your nostrils, bruh. Stop it.
You're in the Alabama, the north up there in Pennsylvania. So I'm just, letting you know.
Look down. Hey.
I'm gonna see my face one time. Hold on.
Y'all want to see my face? Y'all want to see my face?
Hey, Rojo.
What's up?
Now, Rojo, if you were white, everybody would be dropping to the floor like, what?
It would be like Dave Chappelle, but in reverse.
In reverse. Y'all get a chance to see my ugly mug one time? Screenshot it, relish it.
Man,
Rojo, don't. You are absolutely gorgeous, darling.
Now you definitely got my channel shut down.
Now I gotta put. It still have me with my glasses on. I got my glasses on. Huh? Oh, there we go.
You're messing up your screen filters, Rojo. That's what it is.
Okay.
Oh man.
Now everybody knows who to run to when we're in the wilderness.
Now UA folks know. Listen, all them haters know they got a target. They got to face the target. Don't worry, that's just like me, Rojo. They all the haters know who I am. I listen. I play it. I play it there on my little UA thing. Yeah. That's how it goes. Rojo, the algorithm saw your face and it saw your badge and since we don't have to worry about any type of discrimination or discriminatory things because affirmative action's gone. I think it's I don't know if we're a good fit anymore.
Hey, look here. If y'all's cameras break, I am not responsible. I'm just saying. I mean,
Rojo, you'll be fine. If the worst, just go across the river into Camden, and you'll be all right.
What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go hide in Brother Garth's basement now, and just get a whole new.
That just didn't come out right, did it?
I'm gonna put a nickname in front of
You're gonna be trapped in Brother Carr's closet. Trapped.
Can we leave my little bro alone, please? Like, what? Why? He's not even up here to defend himself. I'm sorry. I told you lot before. No one's picking on my little bros.
Hey,
as Rojo gets closer to the Skittles, all he can say, somebody give me some candy bars and some Starbursts. And he's screaming out, "Get some Houthis!"
Hey, Chantel, let me tell you, man. If I make it out to Garth, it's gonna be like Face Off. You're gonna go looking for him, and I'm be standing there a little bit taller than him, and I'm going to have his face, he's going to have my face, and then I can do get into all kinds of mischief, then get into all kinds of mischief, get in all kinds of trouble, and then to go switch faces back with them, and then they'll go looking for guards. I'll be fine. I'll just come right.
Are you talking about like a face off, a Hebrew face off?
A Hebrew face off, yes.
Garth is going to try and get some synthetic masks that they have on there, them Hollywood synthetic masks. That's what Rojo's doing.
Robert Paul said that you broke the internet, Rojo.
We gonna listen. I want to take time out because we got to get serious about something. We actually have to get real serious about this. Okay, and this goes out to the Gentiles. You Gentiles need to visit covenantawakenings.com and get you some
I knew this was coming. I knew this was the flex. I understood. I heard. Do you know how I know? Do you know I know your tell. You breathe. It's a certain breathe that you do.
1 into the 2, 2 into the 3. Come on, Gentiles. All you gotta breathe.
Hey, Karen,
anti-captivity spray today. Okay, I'm just saying you got to
make some
as good as cotton.
Ugly spray.
It is actually cotton linen. That is
okay. Cotton linen. Can we have another scent that is sugarcane?
Well, you know what though? One of we're working on it. One is like coconut water or something like that. Now these are it's a real scent, but we have to get the product moving. So in order obviously to diversify products, because listen, the Gentiles need our help. Okay, I was going to do this like a feeding the children. This is going to be help the Gentiles. For a donation of an anti-captivity spray in the arms of a stranger. Do you want to help out your Gentile that may not know what they're doing because they're in darkness?
No,
join us today.
We got to keep it. We got to keep it consistent. Since it was a Gentile that made the song, if she made it about them, she got to make it about us.
Oh no! Yeah, you're right. Go ahead, Rojo.
Your captor, you got to forgiveness and lick his feet.
I'm sorry. I mean no disrespect, but I'm trying to make out. What are you saying?
Okay, so you.
I'm not being disrespectful. I just didn't know what you were saying. I was quiet trying to figure out.
It's so ignorant because here in the United States they be playing some commercials, for altruistic motives of certain things, and so it has like in the arms of a stranger, you can give today to support, those that are in need, right? So we would just say, in the arms of a Hebrew, you can get your anti-captivity spirit. Something like that. I'll have Brother Fast Nickel help me to get that together. AI is out there. We can get the images and we can do some AI stuff.
Oh Lord of mercy! They're gonna wish that they never released AI to the world because Hebrews just be acting wild with that thing now.
AI
it's
to black
all
folks.
over.
It's like, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Listen, all that, the little sparks and everything falling to the ground. That's what black folks are like right now with AI, which is looking on up. Like, oh man, all my ignorance, I can actually put it into production. Oh my goodness.
With the power of AI in the palm of my hand, I am unstoppable. Israel.
With the hard-headed Gentiles we take with us, it'll be another Michael Jackson song as we have them in chains. Enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself.
Oh, no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Well, no, they would actually have to be saying this.
Well, you know what? The ones that come with us,
Vladimir
they really
is
will.
not my captor. He is the one that made me go into captivity. There is not real fun. Hey, hey.
We'll do a remake of the Gloria Gaynor song.
No. They would be doing the listen, because you got to understand, they'd be doing the moonwalk, on the little captivity trail, with barefoot and everything, and it'll be like, they'd be lighting up.
Joy's one. They don't really care about us. I like that one. That one's good. They don't really care about us. It pretty much writes itself.
This would be a better one. Sheep. Everybody dance. We'll have them in the cotton field. Everybody pick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pick that cotton.
I don't know if it's going to be cotton. I think probably they'll be picking probably some rice. They're going to probably be up in some. What do they be doing up in the Russian gulags?
Ooh, they be out there picking all kinds of stuff out there. They be fishing. The women political prisoners used to actually go out there with them dresses with nothing up under it.
Yeah, fishing.
Yeah, fishing. I'm serious.
Did y'all ever hear of? There was a movie. This movie was actually inspired by real life events. There was a Russian soldier who had, and this was about maybe 10 or like 13, 14 years ago. It had I think Colin Farrell, and this was like around World War II, and this he was a Russian soldier, and he got caught doing something. It wasn't even really that major of a crime, but they literally put him in the gulag, and they didn't have any food. They were literally either eating each other or they'd have to hunt.
Yeah.
Like the train would just pull up and the guards were just getting people off the train, and then the train would just take off. That was it. That was their prison. They were imprisoned via location. They're imprisoned via location. And then the folks that were there, they had the little prison manager and stuff like that, who was a prisoner. This is you can, oh man, I forgot
what's the name of that book?
It was like The Long Way Home or something like the long, yeah. You'll have to look at it. I saw that thing like a couple years ago. I'm like, ain't no way. I researched it. I was like, oh my goodness, this is true. Because it was like 800. It was literally like it was literally like 800 miles in each direction to get to civilization.
I can't. Do you know what? I love. I can't watch war films. They bore me to tears.
Well, no, this wasn't a war film. This was actually it was like a prison film.
Okay.
To where the soldier, it was like a soldier, a criminal, and some other dissident, some sort of
I think I know the film that you're talking. I don't know what it's called, but I have I've seen it, as in not watched it, but I've seen. I know what I kind of have a rough understanding of what you're talking about.
Ed Harris was in there, and all the people died all the people died getting out of Russia, or actually getting a civilization, except for one or two people, and they ended up actually being free when they got into India, because they were they had to go through the steps of the Himalayan mountains. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then they were like, yeah, we're at freedom. One of the people froze to death. They couldn't make it. They were starving, everything. The one person that made it was a soldier. And, he's like, oh, the way back. Thank you, Sister Desiree. Yes, that mess was crazy. And it was true. That was a true story. Look, they went from the Siberia to like the steppes, it was still nothing there. Then they crossed from the steppes into Mongolia. Then from Mongolia, it was all desert. And then it started to green up when they were getting into China. And then it started to get real hilly in the mountains. Because if they were caught in Mongolia or China, they would get deported again, or they get shot on sight. That was part of their agreement. It was crazy. So I mean, so now think about this. You know, people don't realize, you know, what it is that is on out there. You know, what are you gonna have? I mean, think about this. Are you really going to have a human rights council talk about, oh, please, I know that those are your victuals and your spoils of war, so please make sure that, you know, they're treated with humane policies?
Well, who's going to be sitting on the UN at this point?
Bingo.
Because that's what you need to understand. If the West falls, for the most part, the West is the UN. Let's just put it out there, the West is the UN. But if the West falls, who's sitting on the UN?
Bingo.
Because it ain't the West anymore.
It's not,
and it's not even going to be in America anymore.
Exactly. So then, what do you have? To me, it looks like what was that movie back in the day? It had Ernie Hudson. That was that they were stuck on that remote island, man, and there were prisoners on that remote island. Nobody could get off of that thing. That's how this place is going to be.
Hold on.
You're
on a remote island.
This is like back in the 90s, like early 90s. And there was a soldier that got captured there because he didn't want to do. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, with Ray Liotta in it. Ray Liotta.
Yeah. Back in like the early 90s, like for real.
I can't remember the name of that movie, but shoot, sorry. But check this out.
There's a lot of these movies that I need to go back and watch. I'm kind of going back to watch like the old movies.
Yeah, there it is.
Before Disney whacks up the price.
Yeah, no escape. That's what it is. It's called No Escape.
Yeah.
Now think about this. If you don't have anything coming here to the United States and you have bad land, what are you gonna have? Probably partition cities, and if you're outside the city walls, guess what? You're screwed. Think about that. This is why they're saying, oh, we're going to do 15-minute cities. Well, the full implementation of 15-minute cities is going to be after warfare. Everything is implemented. You really think
that's going to be a thing? Like, I kind of feel like I can't look. The way I see it, when you like, I go to certain scriptures and like, you know, one of them is what's it? Jeremiah 51. It says the land's just going to be obliterated. No one's going to live there.
But it's also going to be what? It's going to be very densely and sparsely populated. Not for them, but I think honestly for those coming in, doing what? Controlling the resources. They're going to mine this thing on out. They're going to mine it to dry. They're going to mine it to bleed.
What can you mine if you've kind of dropped a nuke on it?
Well, but that's the whole thing. Whatever you can.
Hey,
right?
look.
What is it? You gotta ask yourself for like lizards. Where do lizards go?
Underground.
Oh, like yeah.
Mm-hmm. What you get what I'm saying? Lizards are underground, and lizards are doing what? They're trying to lick up whatever is of value.
I'm trying to get my gangster look right now. My OG look, my WG look, my WBG wanna be a gangster.
Rojo was out. Rojo's just on my channel, just cutting up. Go ahead, Rojo, with your bad self. Just cut up. Just cut up, Rojo. Keep cutting up. That's all right.
Well, I was gonna say, do you know something? I was watching Yakoba last night. I was in the chat, but I was kind of falling in and out of sleep because it was pretty late. and because I ended up falling asleep, and I ended up rewinding it all the way back to watch it. And when he was talking about what's it? Oh, when he was talking about how they're bringing in these people, and they're going to be the new police officers and stuff. You know what came to mind? Let me tell you something. Like, this is how the Most High works with me anyway. But I know I'm not the only one. Like, 2 days before, it was either Monday or it was Sunday. I can't remember. It's like these days are just blurring into each other. But I swear, I was watching. Something drew me to pick up and watch Days of Future Past, X-Men, Days of Future Past. I sat there and I watched it, and I watched it with my kids. And I said, when I watch things with my children, I always educate. I break it down and I bring the scriptures into it. I spoil a movie, I don't care, but at least my kids ain't going to be ignorant. And I'm telling them, this is what's going to happen. Let me tell you something, yeah. I'm watching this thing, and as Jacoba's talking, I'm thinking, wow, I just watched this like a day or two ago, and I was drawn to watching it. Now, when I watch something, I'll watch it in sequence. I'm going back to the first X-Men film, and I'll watch it as a series. But something told me, just go and watch this one. Watch this one. And I sat and I watched the beginning, the first 5 minutes. Let me tell you something. When Jacoba was talking about how they're bringing in these, is it darker? They want to make, right.
The dreamers.
Right, right. I said, I kind of said this to Jacoba. I left it because I woke up. I paused his video, and I went and I had to leave a whole bag of messages. You know how I am, Karis. I did the same thing to Jacoba. I'm sorry, Jacoba. I'm sorry. It was so late.
He's in the chat right now. Poor Jacoba. I know. We feel that pain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. They cut me off as well. It's like, it used to be 30 minutes, 29 minutes, but because of me leaving these long minutes, they've cut it down to 10 minutes. But any case, yeah, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I said to him, as I'm seeing him talking about this, I'm seeing Days of Future Past. I'm seeing first of all, they're rounding up these police officers, these new police officers, these migrant police officers are rounding up these Gentiles because they think they're feeling big and bad about themselves. But nah, it ain't about that. They're rounding up them and they're putting them in their camps and everything. Now, when you watch Days of Future Past, right? I'm just gonna break this down. You watching Days of Future Past. What do they start doing? First of all, like Professor X, he's narrating it, and he's saying that how they started. Just like you remember in the first films and in the comics and the cartoons, yeah, it was always the humans versus the mutants, and they were like, yeah, down with the mutants and this, that, and the other. Yes, exactly. It's supposed to represent black people. I agree with you 100%. Right. Now, what happened in the film? What happened? All of a sudden, it was all of them getting dragged into this camp. Now, what I see is they're allowed, right? They will allow these migrants.
And human, yes.
Right. Why? Because they allow they allow the migrants to do whatever for the time being to put these people who are unruly, because they're not going to risk their lives. They're going to get some other people. Now they know they're not going to be doing that to us anymore because they can't, because they understand we can't touch them like that. If we do, we're going to be paying. They're already getting hit upside the head right now.
Wait. Why? Here's what I was trying to always explain this to people, right? Why will they not be allowed to touch us? While we
the time is over.
No. But there's always a mechanism. There's I think I know our people look too much in like that ethereal, right? Oh well, they're not going to touch us because we're going to have the glory of the Most High on us, and we're going to be shining like diamonds in the sky or something crazy like that. No, they're not going to touch you, because there's an economic hardship that comes with them
touching us.
Because why? Because they're not going to have access to the resources that they once had, because that's Africa. So now when Africa's saying, hey, hey, come on home, time to come on home. Well, we don't want you to come home. Okay, well, then you don't want to eat. Oh, you need to go. You need to go. Hey, everybody, make sure that they go, because we need bread for them. We need flour. We need grains. But, you know, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. They're thinking, oh, we're just gonna up and go, and and the chariots are gonna show up, and I'm gonna get my Elijah on, and get my selfie sticks, so people can see what I was. No. And it's actually something, it's a strange thing. Why? To be at the top, and now you're literally at the bottom, having to ask folks for resources because you don't have it like that anymore.
You never had it like that at all. All you did was delete, steal, and destroy. Sorry, that felt weird in my head. Yeah. That's all they had, but they've never had it. It was just a short period of time where they were allowed to do this because of our disobedience, But if you check it, when you go back and you watch the film, when they started collecting all the other with the humans and the and the mutants, they started to the Sentinels, the Sentinels. These Sentinels were created, as we know, from Mystique's DNA and everything. Right, so they had the opportunity to adapt to all the powers that these mutants had, and I kind of see that they're trying to do that. That's for future reference for when they come up against us in the future, right? I see that happening, like. Maybe not Sentinels exactly, but they'll be coming up with their own soldiers kind of thing, yeah. But when you understand that they started rounding up humans as well, the reason for that was because these Sentinels were designed to detect the X gene in mutants. But what they were also doing is they were detecting the X gene that was being carried by humans who would pass it on to their children and their children's children. And it's so funny because it's like it's literally prophecy, because it says that when you look at when you go back and you watch the X-Men films or you read the comics and everything, you see how, like, even with Rogue, her father turned against her because she was a mutant. You see Iceman, his parents turned on him because he was a mutant. What is this showing? This is the scriptures literally saying, Yeshua says, I have not come to bring peace, but to bring a sword, to turn father against son, mother against daughter, husband against wife. You're literally seeing that. That's what is showing in that film. So then you had these people who had this gene, this genetic, or say the truth, were coming out with the truth, and they're being rounded up. They're being rounded up. So it's not that at first they might allow these migrants to come in to get over them, to be the police force, to govern their own people. But if these migrants get up high up above their station and think, they start feeling themselves, no, go watch Days of Future Past, because that's going to be your future as well. You're all going to get rounded up. If you come into America thinking you're going to live your best life, I don't even know what to tell you at this point. You're better off staying where you are. You are better off staying where you are. And coming in to America, or coming in here, and then cussing those of us who are like, nah, we ain't taking this. We expect more because of what we've gone through with our ancestors, forefathers, and still to this day still go through. Why should we have to be taking a pittance? And then you come in and you start telling people about how you're lazy and this, that, and the other, when you weren't even, what's his face? Phil from the African Diaspora Network said the same thing. If you ain't willing to fight in your own nation, you got no right to come up in other people's nations and tell people about how they're this, that, and the other, when you weren't willing to do the work in your own home.
I got to give you a news flash. When you're talking,
I'm telling you, people need to go back and watch Days of Future Past. I'm telling you, that alone, I was blown. And then Yakoba came on yesterday. I'm listening to it, and like, it just my eyes. I was drifting.
So,
My eyes just
yeah,
tore open.
Rojo, go ahead with your news flash because I got a news flash too. Oh, Rojo cut on out. Look. YouTube's now censoring his phone though. I don't know. Oh, okay. So here's this. This just came across the wire. Nikki Haley to exit Republican presidential race. That just came across at 8:02 this morning. Nikki Haley plans to suspend her Republican. They always say suspend. Yeah, she didn't get it.
Is that really a thing, though? I mean, everybody knew that was going to happen.
Yeah. She was just gonna go to a march, and it's like, all right, here we go. Nikki Haley plans to suspend her Republican presidential primary bid in a speech Wednesday morning. People familiar with her plans told the Wall Street Journal. The former South Carolina governor and United Nations ambassador is expected to make an appearance to deliver brief remarks in the Charleston, South Carolina area around 10 a.m., which is about 10:15 probably. Her decision arrived the day after Super Tuesday, when she only won Vermont among 15 states that held the GOP contests. So that's funny. That's funny. We all saw that was happening. I was just like, okay, why? Why did they, it's what does that sound like with that setup?
Sound like a Kamala Harris thing that happened a few years ago. And
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry. My phone is doing some strange things right now. Yeah, sorry. I had to. Can Rojo talk? Because I missed some of what you were saying. It just kept coming in and out. I'm locked out of my phone.
No, I think she's gonna, because she kind of
Okay,
like
I'm open now. Okay, give me a
with
second.
what Kamala Harris did, and then Biden through her, with his old, well, I'm not gonna say too much because it might hit the algorithm, but with his falling up the steps self, he pulled her into it. So the orange man is gonna, because if you notice, they really weren't going after each other like hard body going after each other. In fact, he wasn't even talking about her. So I think she's gonna quit, and in about 2 or 3 months, he's gonna announce her as his running mate, because she is. He has like 75% of the GOP on his side. She had 25%, and those polls literally represented that. So if he puts her there, it's going to be a total lock, and all of those undecided votes that Biden was getting is going to go to them, and they're going to blow Biden out of the water, or in the DNC period. No one can stand up to what's going to happen. Y'all watch.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Well, I'll be here to keep him in check. We understood everything, and I'll be his voice of reason, his conscience. They always try to say all that nonsense, but I look at it like this: you're now gonna have a very big divide amongst folks, right? Just in the United States, right? Well, I'm definitely going to vote for Trump, or I'm definitely going to vote for Biden. Will you, think about this? I think, to be honest, I think more people are going to get heated. This is that heating moment, On top of that, listen.
It's their religion.
Look, they're going to say we need to get more involved in these wars. And because we're involved in these wars, hey, it's a threat to national security to have, a shift in presidential or in presidencies in office.
That's not going to go well with Trump supporters.
It won't go well. But here's the thing. They already knew that's the okie doke. Because why? General, Lloyd Austin just said it. He said that a couple of months ago. If we don't win in Ukraine, if the Ukrainians aren't winning, that it's going to potentially be your sons and daughters fighting there. That's the setup. Oh, Trump is going to be in. Oh, he knows Trump is going to get in. He knows Trump's going to get in. Even folks that don't even really want to vote, man. Do you see how this economy's tanked? Oh yeah.
Hey, Joy 1608. Go back and watch Sister Shonda's video on that. She did a deep dig on that, and I'm impressed with her. She made me subscribe to her with that video. Now see why you mess with her, Karis. That woman is like Sister E level.
Man, I don't mess with. No. Rojo, the context. I just have to mess with Rojo.
Rojo's like, it's just a saying, dude. But
ministry partner, man. I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Ministry partner.
Oh my goodness.
That's how rumors start, bro.
I know it'll be all over YouTube. Newsflash. Hurry. Karis messes with Ashonda. No, Ashonda.
No, don't even say it again.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're in here, Shonda, ministry partner, homie.
Have you ever seen her husband, Aaron? Like, stop. Nah, man.
Well, I don't want to see him because with all that, the first time I might see him, he might be knocking on my door. So I'm good. Ministry partner.
Nah, man. Listen. That man is a chef. Okay.
Oh, so he knows how to throw knives.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, y'all gonna be having Rojo Mignon, and then just so he can
Rojo, he done seen your face. Don't let him get that delectable
Exactly.
cookbook. Don't let him get that delectable Negro cookbook.
And not to mention, Rojo did leave his number out there as well. So
yeah, exactly, delectable Negro. Listen, they don't want to be served up. Yeah, no.
Hey, speaking of the young lady who said I look like Charlie Wilson, and God said, outstanding. No, if I'm gonna look like Charlie Wilson, it's gonna be my song for the Gentiles. Oops upside your head. I'm gonna oops upside your head.
Better get the anti-captivity spray. You know what you need. Yes, right now. They're on that because if Russia can come with the oops pal.
Hey, Karis.
I'm gonna hit the sound bites. Listen, visit CovenantAwakenings.com right now. And you know what you could do for a Gentile right now? A Gentile that's trying to figure things on out. A Gentile that's dark and lost and blind and deaf. What the scripture says. I don't know. I'm trying to hold some tears back in my eyes.
you can do for Gentile right now? Get him to pay reparations. That's what you can do for a Gentile.
Anti-captivity spray bottle in your hands right now. I can't say that we're going to save them, but darn it, we can try.
You might get one rich one that will buy up your whole inventory and douse himself in it and bathe in it. Say,
looking like
I'm going into captivity.
No, he's going to be looking like the dude from Family Guy, the sticky guy. He's like, can't catch me.
Can't catch me. He's slipping out of everybody's hands. No, Russians can catch me.
No, Chantel, he's gonna be like Chicken George on Roots.
Oh my goodness.
Roger always takes it.
Y'all are too much. Oh my god! I started off serious today because that is a problem. That is an epidemic that we have. Pray for your children. Pray for your children's friends. For real. Pray for them. You have their generation. They're coming up, and think about that. Think about what is getting ready to happen to them. We all really should put that into perspective of what's getting ready to happen to them. that's, I don't care if you're a parent. Nobody wants to see that.
Mm-mm. You don't even have to be a parent. Just a decent human being.
Yeah,
Now,
I'm being dead serious to Gentiles. Listen, we could laugh, we could joke, but for real, this is a matter now of literally life and death. Your life and death now is hanging in the balance. That's it. When we leave, there ain't no help for you. There's no support for you. There's no longer a crutch or a victual or anything. Your life won't even be your own life anymore.
You say deletion,
and y'all will be crying out. Y'all will be crying for help. And I'm gonna have to direct you to brother up next because that's gonna be his thing after that. Because I'm out now. Brother up next will be like, I got some chains for you, boy.
Or Jabroni, the uncleavable one.
In the name, bro.
Yeah,
like he would just give them a look. Have you not seen my profile? And you know what, Jabroni, get that on a t-shirt. The uncleavable one. I beg you, get it on a t-shirt.
We got him right here, brother. Right here. Step on up. We got him right here, brother Karras. We got you. You don't need to wear it.
Unbelievable one. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a subsection. Yakoba, if you're listening, get your sister friend to do a subsection of t-shirts, hoodies, and other goods that say the uncleavable one front and back for those Israelites who are about that life.
Hey, Chantel, you and Karras have more access to Yakoba than I do. He's my boy and everything, but I don't know if it's the matter of timing. But y'all need to tell that brother to quit making those videos so hard to the paint. Man, shoot, I had to sit there and pour a little chaser in that one. I'm like, man, Yakoba's been like hard bodying it.
Did that scare you yesterday, Rojo?
You're afraid.
Hey, man, let me tell you.
I'm not gonna make it, Father. We're gonna do my kick.
I can't do it. I can't do it, Rojo. Yakoba already knows how I feel. I've told Yakoba, keep it coming. Keep it coming. Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
I was like, wait,
you be scared now.
I step in the ring. I'm like, hold on, let me put on the boxing helmet. Let me get him some 40 ounce gloves. So 40 ounce.
Rojo was cuddling his pillow and sucking his thumb.
I was like, working last night. I was like, damn, bro. I mean, I'm like, man. He was killing it. He killed it in the game last night. I was like,
it was real.
So why y'all scared? That's the whole thing. Why y'all scared? Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. I mean, that's the whole thing. I'm like, look, people been saying this, and now you see it. Like for real. The thing is that what we go to the shadow of his refuge, right? The shadow of his wings. So I'm more concerned about those folks that thought that they had a semblance of righteousness. I mean, think about this. You've been lied to all your life thinking that you're all high and mighty and righteous, and then you come and you find out, man, you're about to get judged.
The harshest thing to hear is move from me, I never knew you.
Yeah. And that they'd have to be looking at a brother that's looking like Rojo, and they're going to be like, so you're the son of the Most High? Oh, my goodness. That's going to be like, that's a scary thought for them.
They're going to have their hands on their hips like, wow, I don't know what to say. Like, well, that's where the wisdom of Solomon comes in. Is this him who we sometimes had in derision? Sometimes? That's what they're going to be saying to themselves. They still won't even be honest. We were sometimes not good to them. Okay, whatever.
Now I'm gonna tell you, it's not so much that Teo scared me. It's just that what he was saying knocked me out of my seat.
It woke me up.
like you kind of sitting there and somebody's walking by you. Like I used to ride the bus a lot, and like you get that one crazy woman who walk on the bus carrying her bag in her hand, and if she decide to have one of those bipolar moments and swing her purse and bust you right across the head, looking for a lack of a better term, up her skirt because she put you in that position. That's
Never mind.
I mean, that's what Jacoba did when I was listening to it. He just walked up there, bam, and next thing you know, I'm, just looking up here. I'm like, golly. You're like,
Joe, the messiness. Oh my goodness. I knew it. Joe, I appreciate you, brother. We just gonna have to limit your engagements here on these.
When Rojo talks, I keep quiet. I'm just quiet. I just listen. Keep quiet.
Oh my goodness.
I try to control my tongue. I'm glad I don't be dropping any, hardcore corruptible words like the F-bombs and 4 and 5 letter words. But man, sometimes when that spirit hits me, and I can't identify the spirit, but like you've sent me there a couple of times, Karis, and
no, the last time you were on up here when we had the panel on up here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry for the carrots, but this pisses me off.
Oh, did he say the S word or the F word?
No. I came out. I dropped the F-bomb, but I had to.
At least he gave you a little bit of a sentence warning. I was like, it's gonna get messy. Okay, it's gonna get messy.
It's just
Father, help your children. Help your children, Father. Father, help your children. Oh, we need
shut
to
down. I didn't put that last note. I didn't put that last nut on that bolt. I didn't say the. I said everything else but the. If you know what the. I think if I would have said the. Karis probably would have put me in timeout.
I'd have to do the Sister E, man. Let me put everybody to the back.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much. That makes me laugh.
Man, let me referee this. Let me put everybody to the back. Oh my goodness.
It's Sister E don't play like you.
No, she don't. No, she don't.
You and your Kobe, y'all are patient. Sister E, she keeps that Thanos finger on deck. Spring loaded.
Nah, let me put y'all on the back. Let me get y'all in control.
Gotta love some Sister E though.
Man.
But I like now. I mean, I still like Sister E, but Sister Shonda with the last 2 addresses she did, the one with you in it, and then this other one I heard.
Pastor Rick, yeah, I want to see that. I'm not gonna lie. I had my class, and then after class, I fell asleep. Oh, you know what the funny thing is? You know when your body's so tired, you just fall asleep.
Yeah.
I got up at like 4. I got up at 4:30 this morning. I was like, I can't go back to sleep. I said, hallelujah. Wide awake at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
My dog heard me. I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, Father, help me go back to sleep. I'm not tired though. Yeah, boy.
That 3 o'clock comes in, or 2 o'clock is usually the time when you start getting really tired.
Oh, go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's weird, really, because it's like I find my sleep pattern. I don't even have a sleep pattern anymore. It's just so erratic. It's like lately I've been falling asleep like really early, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, I can't even do it.
Have any of y'all been like feeling sick lately, like congested? Like,
oh yeah, that's the sinuses. Yeah, you're in spring now, and this weather's getting real kind of crazy. Because y'all been having some like record highs on up there. It's crazy.
Yeah, for this time of year, and then I'm like, my nose completely stops up. I'm having to breathe through my mouth. Walk around my nose all day. So I'm like, and then a few other people, and I was on what Israelite channel was it? Oh, it was an Israelite channel on TikTok where they were saying that they've been feeling. I'm like, is it something that we're eating? Is it something that they're putting in the food? Because it seems like I sometimes think these folks, it's just they can't get up to where we are. They're trying to bring us down to where they are physically.
I agree with that. Do you know what I reckon though, Rojo? I think this is a universal thing. It can't be the food, at least not all of it, because what we eat and what you guys eat is completely different. But I do think it has something to do with the air, what they spray in the air. And I've noticed, I really do pay attention to the sky, and especially when it's just covered with clouds. It's not even clouds, it's just smog. You don't see no blue in the sky, it's just gray. When I was a kid growing up, you saw fluffy clouds. When you knew it was going to rain, you saw fluffy clouds, gray fluffy clouds, but you still saw the blue in the sky. You don't see that anymore. All you just see is just the whole sky, the horizon above us is just blanketed with this filth. It's like,
well, that may be the UK. I think that's the UK. Here in the United States, especially in Florida. No, it's sunny. Yeah, it's sunny. No, I don't have to worry about any of that. Now today it's cloudy because we got a front that stalled over us, and it's so humid. It feels like August. It's crazy. It feels like August. It's so sticky and humid. I'm like, March? Oh my goodness.
I have to agree with Chantel on that because I was just complaining the other day about how it's not much sunshine. The sun to come out for a day and a half, and next thing you know, it's back cloudy again. And I'm like,
because Rojo, you're in the Northeast.
Oh,
Northeast, yeah, you're above that Mason-Dixon line. Yeah, you're not gonna get much sun until about honestly April, May. Yeah, that's for real.
So where he is in the equator, it probably lines up mainly with me. Same with Garth as well. So yeah, you're south, so your weather would probably more line up with the south of France and Spain and the Mediterranean. That kind of,
Hey, Lion Pride has a point. She just put something, and I haven't seen anything from Sister E in a while too. Is she blocking everybody, or are they just have her shadow ban?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to figure that one out. So
I haven't gotten anything from her. In fact, I'm glad she brought that up because after this finished,
I was about to say that as well. Actually, I haven't seen Sister E for a while.
Yeah, we'll pray for Sister E. Definitely pray for her.
Because New York is, oh my gosh. I've been watching some YouTuber, and he talks about what's going on in New York, and the housing, the migrants, and everything. I can't remember what his name is. I don't know, Cash something or another. I can't remember, but some blonde-headed guy. But wow, it's crazy. And I think of all our brothers and sisters out there, Sister E, and I'm like, oh, Father, just keep them safe. I know the thing is, it's like I have a confidence because I know that He will, because He said He will. So, but you still want to, you still hopeful and pray for our people wherever we are and everything, But it's just crazy.
Look at here, Marka Yas. She said the same thing, that that she's down there right by where I used to live. Well, she said Kentucky. I moved here from Tennessee, and she said the same thing, that she's getting those like illnesses and everything. I mean, well, Karis, you see, Karis, you're on a peninsula, so whatever's coming, the wind going in either direction will blow it right over y'all. So I don't know if you're feeling it or not, but I don't know. We're inland. We're not on the coastline like you are. I mean, even if you're in Central Florida, Orlando, you're still pretty much on the coastline because you're surrounded 3 ways by water.
Yeah, this peninsula doesn't play, family. And with that, I'm gonna have to wrap this on up. Man, we've been at this for 3 hours. Hallelujah.
Oh wow.
Going back to the old days, huh? When you used to do, one time you did 4 hours. You did it for 4 hours.
Almost like 5-6 hours, and then that thing almost like I'll be hurting. I would be hurting. Oh my goodness! I said, Father, how'd you have me in this thing? Oh man! So hallelujah. So final comments, and we got to get this thing wrapped up. Hallelujah.
Well, I'll be the first to give the final comment. Because I'd rather you and Chantel close it because y'all do it so well. But anyway, with me, whenever we go over there and we get settled over there, brother Karis, I hope you have a job for me. I will send you a resume in an email with my skill and qualifications. I mean, yeah, we'll all have a little change on us, but I like to do some semblance of work. But anyway, with that being said, y'all kind of keep y'all's eyes on the political spectrum. Vote for the couch. Don't vote for none of those devils. And just, keep your Jiffy Pops cleaned up. Go out there, train, do whatever you got to do. Learn, read, take it to self defense because these people are going bat poop crazy. So, that's all I have to say. Love everyone. Until next time, shalom, shalom.
All right.
Shalom, Brother Roger.
Thank you, Brother Roger. All right, shalom. Sister Chantel.
Yeah, Teo, shalom, by the way. And yeah, I agree. Every time I see the skies like this, I know people are going to start getting sick, and that's usually what happens. And it's very rare that you see the blue in the sky. It's getting really bad. I really do believe that they're doing everything they can, and I agree with what Rojo said. They can't come up to us, so they're trying to bring us down to their level with everything. The attacks is real. Spiritual attacks is real. It's just the hardship that I've noticed that a lot of our people seem to be going through. It's horrifying. It's like I know that we're not under these curses anymore, but we're still under them. We're still surrounded by them. And until we are removed, or they are removed, or whichever way, until we're taken out from underneath them, they still have access to traumatize us. They might not be able to touch us physically, but they'll do things that will make our lives difficult. And all we can do is just praise the Most High and pray for each other. And I agree with what you say, Karis, like just praise the Most High. And that's what I do. So it's like, what else can I do? Because sometimes just by saying, hallelujah and everything, it fills you more with that positive energy. It's like it chases away these demons anyway, because they do not like to be around when his name goes forth, which is one of the reasons why they got their agents on the ground to remove his name from out of our mouth. So, but it's getting bad, and like I said, the funny thing is as well, what I wanted to say, and this relates to what I was saying just now. When you watch Days of Future Past, X-Men, you'll see that there's no sun in the sky. It's black. It is black.
That's a good one. Because
So,
why? Because why? We just read that. That was Isaiah 29, right? The fires burn continually.
mm-hmm.
I'm telling you,
So
these scriptures are
they
becoming
put so
more and
much.
more clear.
They put the movies are scriptures. You just have to have the discernment. But movies are scriptures. They don't come up with these things. Nothing. Everything that they put out there, they get from the scriptures. I'm telling you. And if you can't find it in the 66 books, I'm telling you, they've got it out of the Apocrypha or the other books. But it's there, and even down to their mythology. Mythology is nothing more than the other nations' histories and their perception on what the truth is, their version of the truth. We know that it's the fallen angels, but they call it their gods and so on and so forth. So it is what it is. There's so much that, but yeah, time and everything. So yes, it was good to be on, and yeah, I hope you have a great day, and everybody else, stay safe, and just watch out for each other, pray for each other, and shalom to everyone. Anyway.
All right. Thank you, Sister Chantel. All right. Shalom. Okay. Well, thank you, family. Yeah. I got to get up on out of here. This has been This has been an interesting discussion. We need to really be focused and aware of what and how we are in our circumstances. And we definitely need to give the Most High praise in everything. So we're cracking the Thunderdome. That again was from Yakoba's Teo Ministries, Mad Max. I had to, try to keep on to the theme today. And utilize my first crack at Mid-Journey. It actually came out pretty well. So I'm pretty happy with that. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But family, again, honestly, we don't know how much time we have left. We don't know how much time we have left. So right now, be a light to the nations. You may not like them. That's okay. But be a light to them, because you never know how the Most High may use you for his glory. That's all I got to say on that one. Most High willing, I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for those that have supported this channel with Cash App contributions. I definitely appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. We got to do the work while we can do the work. Because now you're starting to see that we may not be around much longer. Not in this capacity. You never know what they may want to shut down and never bring back up. So while it's time to harvest, still got to do the harvest. Continue to support the other channels on out there in our community and pray for them. Because honestly, family, I need your prayers. I need your prayers. And I thank you for those that do pray for me. And not just me, the other channels, because it's a hard thing. We get beat up. We get stomped, so we get those hurtful comments. It does kind of get to you sometimes. But then I read Isaiah 29 and I'm like, man, that's how the Most High feels. That's how the Most High feels. And he still loves us enough that even though our ancestors did that to him like that, imagine how much he still loves us. We truly do have an awesome Heavenly Father. And his name is Yahuwah. And guess what? He saves all those that call on his name, Israelites and Gentiles. So Gentiles, don't feel too bad that, we'll give you some slick comments. It really is to save you, believe it or not. Just like the anti-captivity spray, you can go and visit covenantawakenings.com and purchase a bottle of yours today. Hallelujah. And you can also shop fine products. We have a link to There Ain't No 400-Year Prophecy, so you can, smell good and have your fresh dabs of paraphernalia, clothing items. Look at me, I got everything. I got my 400-year cap, I got my shirt, I got my mug, I even got the anti-captivity spray. You can't deny me from going with you, can you? Look. Oh, man, hallelujah. Thank you, family, for those that are supporting Quest Unite Africa. We definitely, again, appreciate your support. That's how we work. The treasurer wanted me to make sure that, I'm doing my job and basically asking and thanking you for the support for Quest Unite Africa. We do have weekly and monthly totals to do the jobs that we're doing, and those jobs do it is a blessing to see how the Most High opens doors, but we can only have those doors open with your help. And we just thank the Most High that He's putting it on your hearts to give to His organization, Quest Unite Africa. Again, support us for the Quest Unite Africa. It's the Invest in Africa seminar that will be at the end of this month, March 31st at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So sign up to reserve and get your ticket today. So with that said, family, I got to get up on out of here because I got to get stuff done for our people, our community. And I give the Most High praise that I can do it right now while we have the time to do it. Truly, this time is fading. Take advantage of preparing as the Most High leads you to prepare. So with that said, family, Most High willing, I'll be back on tomorrow. And with that, shalom, salama, siyemi, shalom, peace and blessings. Yasharel.
Are you tired of fighting with your wife or with your husband? Have you each retreated into your separate corners, not even trying to speak to each other anymore? Are your children witnessing a toxic marriage rather than a purposeful partnership? Hi, I am Shar, and I am an attorney mediator and experienced in helping families for the past 13 years navigate really challenging times. And I am here to help you. Husbands, hear your wives. Wives, hear your husbands. So together we can find the truth why your family is struggling and what it will take to get unstuck from cycles of misunderstanding and patterns of frustration. Join me live on YouTube on this Monday night at 6:00 p.m. Eastern as I conduct a live mediation. And if you would like to be heard, if you would like to hash out a misunderstanding with your spouse here on our live, sign up now to apply for your free opportunity to mediate. And I look forward to seeing you Monday night. Container packed with supplies that need to make their way to families in Africa like yesterday. You said this is a 53-foot trailer? This trailer is packed with medical supplies destined to the motherland. We need to help get these out of here.